trainers, welcome back to Pokemon Deck Check. I would be Pokedad.
I'm the Dancing Bear at first base.
And today on Pokemon TCG Unbroken Bonds tournament, we have the championship. Honchkrow GX versus Zapdos.
Yeah.
Surprised that these two decks are in the final here?
Yeah. You didn't have Honchkrow to go to the finals. I didn't have Honchkrow. Did you even have Zapdos to go to the final?
No, I had Dugtrio and Lucario. We both had Dugtrio and Lucario.
Yeah. And we were completely off. A whole bunch of things happened.
Yeah.
I'll go heads. We didn't expect some of the decks to dead draw or anything.
Yeah, that's always tough when it's a best of one. Because not always the best deck wins, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the more consistent deck wins in a best of one. Yep. So, a little unfortunate, but that's just the way Pokemon go.
Yeah. Alright, I got a Pokemon.
One for Mully, one for Turn. Coco Prism. Nest Ball for Jirachi. Attach Energy. Attach a Skateboard. And then Lily. Another Nest Ball. Put down Eevee. I'll pass.
Draw up a turn. Poke Gear. Cynthia. And I'll play Cynthia. Honchkrow with energy. And pass.
Draw for turn. Escape Rope. Stellar Wish. I'll keep Cynthia. Opener. Grab energy and choice pan. Use energy evolution. Touch choice pan. Thunder Mountain, Retreat, Jirachi, and then I'll do the 110.
Scoop. I'll go first.
Okay. Do you just have a dead hand or what? That's Cynthia.
There's just not much I can do. You knocked out my Honchkrow. It would have taken so long. And you were already set up, so you would probably be able to just Guzma it up. And if I evolve, then you're just going to take 2 prizes.
Yeah, I had Guzma in hand.
Yeah. You had the cycle already. But I'll go first this game.
Alright.
Drop a turn.
Keep in mind, I mean,
Portugal.
you definitely limit the escape board on Jirachi, so I mean that hinders it a lot. So.
Honchkrow.
What were you gonna do, didn't
No. I think I was looking and I was trying to see if there was Grimer in it, and there wasn't. I think that's going to be a really big factor. If I'm able to put you into a dead hand and not allow you to use the Jirachi to get out of it, I think that's going to be big.
Yeah.
But I don't have the Grimer, so I'll have to make do. Attach those and then Lily for 7. I'll use the stone. The lock. Hold on. I'm gonna Ultra Ball the Marshadow. Honchkrow, and then Marshadow let loose.
Here's where Jirachi saves me.
You not being able to put down the skateboard though, that's gonna help.
Yeah, that helps. And then let's see.
I'll pass.
Drop a turn. Nest ball. Zapdos. Cutter tap.
I'll cut.
Stellar Wish. Okay, Lily. Here off this Lily, I'm just needing escape rope or switch and an energy is what I'm hoping for. Lily for 5. Attach. And pass.
Drop turn. And look at this. Escape board. Honchkrow. Poke gear. Bell. Lele. Wonder tag. Cynthia. I'm playing it. Here I'm looking for the DC to start putting on the pressure. Or if I get an energy, I can try and go for the lock. There's options. Use the stone for that Honchkrow.
For baby Honchkrow.
Looks like it's the alpha in the artwork. All the other ones are Murkrows. Attach return. How many cards are in him?
I have 6.
I'm gonna go for the GX attack.
Wow.
That. Get rid of those two. Got rid of the Guzma to get rid of your switching option, and then got rid of the Jolteon. So
I think that or hitting the 2 Volkners would have been good.
Yeah.
Drop turn. Stellar Wish. Guzma. Volkner.
No switching cards.
My switch and my
Escape rope.
our prize.
Ouch.
So I'll do that, and then I'll play Nest Ball. I'll get down another Jirachi. Pass.
Drop turn. Attach for turn. Guzma. Right out. Then retreat with escape board. Then his attack for 90.
Draw for turn. Energy evolution. Guzma Tapalele. Attach a skateboard. Stellar Wish. Keep choice band. Attach choice band. Retreat. Electro power. So we're doing 90 and then 30 onto, yep.
Drop turn. Attach per turn. Switch. Lily. $120.
Draw for turn. Attach for turn. Professor Kukui. GX attack for
160.
160. That's protection.
Draw. Guzma, the Tapu Koko. Attach per turn. $30 snipe there for the knockout.
Draw for turn. Touch Choice Band, Volkner. Then I'll play Adventurer's Bag, Choice Band, and a skateboard. Skateboard. Touch Energy. Touch Choice Band. Do 30 and 30 there for knockout.
Alright. Drop a turn. Attach. Switch. That down. Cynthia. Put down Black Market. Stone. $90 for the knockout.
Drop turn. Stellar Wish. Rescue Stretcher. I'll use Tapu Koko Ancient Trait. Rescue Stretcher. Back Jolteon. Attach for turn. Escape Rope. Do 80.
Drop a turn. Attach per turn. Which ball fell? Lily for 4. His attack for 90 and 30.
Draw for turn. Switch. Stellar Wish. Okay, Guzma. Guzma Lily. And then 110 for knockout.
Drop a turn. Attach per turn. Put down choice band.
Why would you put him up and not Honchkrow?
I'm just hoping that you don't have the stadium. Because if you don't, then I've got game. If you do, then you got game. Then if I put a Honchkrow, then you are going to be able to two-shot it. You're going to survive, hit it. I take a knockout. You pull up Zapdos. And then
Yeah, I'm
you
just
take the
trying to get
knockout
your...
for the game.
That way people know kind of your line of thinking. So you're hoping I don't have a stadium.
Yes.
Thunder Mountain or Shrine.
I have to.
Okay.
Because if I don't, then you're going to beat me.
Okay, I just... That way people know what you're doing. Or what you're thinking.
Raven's Claw for... There's 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Okay. Draw for turn.
That's not even 190. 20. There we go. 10 short.
Skateboard. Retreat. Stellar Wish.
How are you gonna retreat though?
There, and I can move all the energy to him.
And then next turn I would have had Guzma bring up that or that for 3 prizes.
It was closer than I thought. I mean, this is tough.
It's too quick.
Yep. It's too quick, and being able to have Jirachi to get out of
I'm also not able to
the bad situations.
one-shot the Zapdos, which...
Yeah, that is definitely problematic when you're having to two-shot the one prize attacker.
Yep.
There's no way around that, though. I mean,
this was just a bad matchup for Honchkrow.
It still did really good. Do we want to show off the winning list here? And the second place list?
I'm going to do second place a different tab.
Okay. Items. So let us do this real quick, and then we'll show it off. And then that'll be it.
So you can just edit this part out, right?
If I remember. Sometimes I don't remember. Alright, so... I'm still on the Jolteon hype train. I don't know why people don't use it more.
You do the Pokemon.
Alright, so real simple. 3 Zapdos, 2/2 Jolteon line. Most decks you won't see any Jolteon, or you might just see like a 1/1. But I mean, if you go back and look at how Jolteon has performed in this tournament, I think it's self-explanatory why we run a 2/2, right?
Yeah. I
mean, just so much value. It's so good. I think most people just aren't using it right, honestly. And then Coco GX, it won me a couple games, didn't it?
It won you that game.
That game, and it won against Zekrom, I believe, too. So definitely bringing up value. Yellow Monkey's a nice one of tech. I think you could cut Yellow Monkey for more optional, like switching or escape rope, but he brings value to the table, right?
He does.
And then, of course, 3 Jirachis. Most decks run 4, but 3 gets it done, obviously, right?
Yeah, it does.
So 4 is kind of overkill, but I definitely see the argument of playing 4. I think changes, -1 electric charger would be fine. How do you feel about adding a Dedenne to this deck?
I'd make it really explosive.
So I'm actually okay with a Dedenne here, aren't you?
Yeah, that can be an option.
So we got 4 electric powers, 4 nest ball, 3 escape rope, 3 choice band, 2 ultra ball. I feel that's pretty standard stuff, right?
Yeah.
Adventures bag definitely helps with thinning, you know. And then I was able to get all my tools down once I got Honchkrow out of the active, so 1 rescue stretcher. Never really need a second, but I think you could make an argument for a second, right?
Indeed.
2 switching cards. I think it was just bad luck that game. Both of them got prized when I tried to Volkner for them.
Yeah, that really helped me out.
So I definitely see an argument for more, either 1 more switch or 1 more escape rope. Kukui, haven't really been satisfied with the Kukui, honestly. I would be okay with that being another switch in this, like another Lily or something, honestly. I haven't had an instance where I needed the numbers to hit for the Kukui, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think Kukui being Lily and then like a second escape rope is fine, honestly. 4 Guzmas, definitely don't drop any there. 4 Volkner's been clutch to get exactly what I need, and energy. Honestly, I'm using Volkner more to grab an energy when I need it than anything else. That's what I've noticed with this deck. So definitely like the 4 of it. 2 Cindy's fine. Up in the count of Lily would be fine instead of Kukui. So, and then energy 3, 6, 8. 8 is the bare minimum. Do not go below 8. I think you could go 9. Because, I mean, like I said, I'm always using Volkner to grab a lightning. So, and then, of course, Thunder Mountain and a couple shrines is always good. Don't need to go overboard on shrine because we do run the Yellow Monkey, the Coco GX, and Jolteon. So you just have to kind of be conservative when you put down shrine. But overall, I think going forward, that's going to turn into Dedenne GX. And then Kukui's going to become an escape rope. The other Kukui's going to become a Lily. Do you see anything else?
You have been playing the deck.
I know, I've been playing it, and that's... I think that's the proper changes.
Okay.
The core of the deck is perfect, so...
And I agree.
All right, well, that's it. We'll make these changes, so for next tournament, be looking for it.
I lied.
And
we can do the Honchkrow deck list.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do the Honchkrow.
I've got it all in order and all.
Okay, he's got it all in order.
Got it all in order and all.
Then we'll make the changes to the Zapdos.
There's a couple changes that I would like to make in this deck. That's one of the reasons why I want to do the deck profile of it. So, I guess we can do it. 4 Murkrows, 3 Honchkrows, 1 little baby Honchkrow, 2 Lele's, 2 Marshadows, 1 Dedenne, 1 Grimer, 1 Muckline.
I think we missed something on this. It's weak to lightning. But Zapdos doesn't hit for weakness. But Jolteon...
Yeah, but you hit it with Jolteon.
Yep, so...
Oh.
So the matchup would not have been that close.
Yeah.
Whoopsies. It happens. I'll pin a note at the deal that, yeah, we realized that Honchkrow's weak to... And they're saying I'm the one cheating you, and you're the one with weakness. All right, go on with your...
policy.
Go on.
4 Murkrows, great. That's what you want to be starting with. That's your whole attackers. 3 Honchkrows. There was maybe like one situation where I'm like, I gotta conserve this last one. I had like a Dedenne, and I just had to keep it in hand and kind of Cynthia around it, put it back in deck. But overall, 3 has been a really good amount. The little Honchkrow, I haven't gotten really any value out of it. Just all the games, I kind of just grab it and I'm like, well, I'd rather have the big one, so I'm just going to Ultra Ball it away or Dedenne or what. So, that's probably going to be one of the cuts.
Okay.
2 Lele's for draw.
So
I think 2's the perfect amount, I think. 1 Dedenne, it's really good for just helping you push if you need more cards. 2 Marshadows to help you get the GX attack for the block. And then that's also what the 1/1 Alolan Muck and Grimer's for. It's... Alolan Muck and Grimer's kind of weird. It can be a cut, but there's some games where I'm like, man, I really need the Alolan Grimer for this matchup. Then I prize it or something, and I think that it's just really situational, and there's only a couple matches where it's really needed.
I think most people would probably wonder why you've opted not for Ditto in the deck.
You
to
can't,
have a 5th Murkrow or a 2nd Grimer.
You can't use the stone on it, so
No.
if you ever start with it, then you're kind of just stuck and you have to switch around it. So then it's just basically like a Marshadow, Lele, or Dedenne starting with it.
Okay. These are questions that people are going to ask.
So I'm going to keep the Honchkrow right there, since it's probably going to be one of the cuts. Onto the items. 4 stones.
Dust stone.
Yes. 4 Ultra Balls. 3 Nest Balls. 3 Choice Bands. 2 Poke Gear. 2 Switch. And 1 Skateboard. Yep, that all fits. 4 stones to help you get the turn 1 Honchkrow lock.
Would you go down to 3?
No.
Okay.
Because it's really important.
Okay.
4 Ultra Balls. There's a lot of ways to get stuff, and I think if
the Dedenne, Lele, and stuff.
And you can just grab quite a lot. You can grab the Evolution or early game. That's really important with the Ultra Balls, grabbing those 2 pieces.
And that's what I was going to say. You could almost, if you don't like Ultra Ball, I think you could kind of use Mysterious Treasure too there.
Yes, because honestly, a lot of the times I grab like a Marshadow for the Let Loose with the Ultra Ball.
So don't get hung up on having to play Ultra Ball. I think Mysterious Treasure would be a good option too.
3 Nest Balls, that's a really good number. It helps you get down your Honchkrow's early game and even late game, and it's a good thinning. 3 Choice Bands, it really helps with the numbers, especially against the things with 180, 210, and 240 HP.
See, and that's something I've gone back and forth on. Choice Band or even like Experience Share or Wishful Baton. I've gone back and forth on it. It's crucial to hit the right numbers with the Choice Band, but I think there does need to be a mix of Experience Share or Wishful Baton so that you can easily go into another powered up
I think if there's a good way.
Honchkrow on the bench.
Like a little baby attacker, not the Honchkrow, but maybe something else.
There's a Yveltal with like Strife where you could use the DC to hit it and then move Honchkrow back into the active or something like that.
Yeah. There's options.
2
Switch is really nice because there's I skipped Poke Gear.
Guzma's everywhere. So, yeah.
Poke Gear is really needed, especially when you Marshadow Let Loose. That's going to help you get your draw supporters that you're going to need so you get yourself out of the lock. And there's a lot of times where Poke Gear comes in clutch in the situations.
There's so many different ways that we've racked our brain around playing it. This is probably the most conservative build, right?
Yes.
We have toyed with hammers, red card, that sort of stuff. Even more disruption. So, I mean, if you're looking at this list thinking, well, they don't have any text. This was mainly just to make sure the deck functions and works, which obviously it does, get in second place in the tournament. Yeah. So now it's kind of we can tweak it to optimize it, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm thinking Experience Share or Wistful Baton. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to play the deck yet. Dancing Bear always plays it. So I'm going to defer to him on what the deck needs and all that. I'll make suggestions or hints, but ultimately the Dancing Bear has complete control over this deck.
2 Switch, 1 Skateboard. This is really going to be important in the early game if you start with a Marshadow or something that you really just don't want to start with. You switch it out, and then you get your lock going. And I get the lock going just about every game.
Every game I think you have.
Yeah.
There was once where you had like a Marshadow in the active and you just had to pass.
Yeah, it's rare to miss the
And I think that was game
lock.
1 against Blaze Fun that happened.
It's rare.
So
that's what the Switch and Skateboard.
So no changes here to put aside with the Honchkrow?
Maybe not yet.
So no changes yet to the deck?
No.
Okay. Supporters.
Very, very consistent. 4 Guzma, 4 Lily, and 4 Cynthia.
Like I said, we went ultra conservative. to make sure the deck would function. So, I think a lot of your cuts could start right here.
Yeah. It's just, we would have to mess more around with taking one out at each time.
The reason why the heavy is because you're looking to Marshadow yourself.
Yeah.
And so you need to be able to have an out from that Marshadow.
Yes.
So that's why you have the heavy draw engine. I think if anything, in a deck like this, you could go there and then there's an option. Or, yeah, I like that better.
I'm going to say something. Keep the 4 Guzmas unless you want to take some out and do counter catcher instead.
So that's
an option.
Yep. So we've thought about counter catcher, hammers, and red card, experience share, wishful batons. So I mean,
counter catcher could be really good in this deck, especially since it takes 3 energies to power up, 2 at best. It's kind of a slower deck. So counter catcher could be super important.
I don't think there's one for sure way to play this deck.
I agree.
It goes back to, like, look at how people are building the Zekrom deck. You have the turbo version, you have the conservative version, and there's no right or wrong answer. Or look at the Zorak decks, you know. Zorak Control did really good in Denver this past weekend, and Zoroark wasn't anywhere around. Cario Rock wasn't anywhere around. I mean, there's no wrong way, really. And there's several right ways to play it.
Yeah. Onto the stadiums.
I'm not a fan of that.
Really?
I don't see the value in it. There's too many stadiums that it's bounced easily.
I like Black Market in this deck, actually. I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Yeah, I like it in the deck, but I don't... it gets bounced. I mean, can you name one time other than this last game where it didn't get bounced?
Any game that I get it with Honchkrow. Blaze Fawn, it took you turns upon turns.
Okay.
You're taking knockouts and only 1 prize. Because the ability, I think Black Market is really good. Only in this deck.
Yeah.
This is the only deck Black Market's good in.
Okay,
it's pretty bad in all the others.
On to the energy.
For energies, there's 3, 6, 9 dark energy, and 4 DC.
Is that the right number?
1 cut can be made to the dark energy, but I think getting the dark energy onto Honchkrow is super important. Important, especially in the early game.
Okay, so your only cut is the Honchkrow, baby.
For sure. I do.
And would you rather that be another attacker or what?
Yeah, I think if we're going to cut the Honchkrow, then maybe another attacker, dark attacker, is going to be needed to fill in its place.
Okay. Alright, well, the deck's obviously good, right?
Yes, it is good. Don't be sleeping on it.
So, I mean, we'll slowly make tweaks and changes to it, but overall, I mean, the deck's working, right? So.
Yeah.
Well, you got anything else, Dancing Bear?
I don't.
Alright, well, we'll see you on the next tournament. We'll have deck selection. We do have a few new challengers, right?
Yeah, we do.
We've got...
No.
You don't want to tease them with it?
No, you and your spoilers.
Okay, so...
Back off.
So no spoilers, but be looking for it Monday. We'll do another tournament selection. So that's it for now. So be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.